Today is day 30, January 2024. It wasn't the purpose of a beach house do a risk report. Kind of we use the place as a beach resort. But since we do not play the game in the rules we do, kind of we report things we are supposed to be made. We will have in mind something quite simple and remembering, refreshing ourselves that the frequency of distortion considering all nations has an interval here represented from 1 up to n as the segment I have, local and time I'm using the cognoscence optimized, was under interference and violation in Rio de Janeiro and in this tiny city, Saquarema, Brazil. The other thing I will check that since I could understand the pattern as 1 up to 197 as frequency 1 up to 197 as frequency of nations failure applied on budget considering the interval 2014 in each nation considering one specific budget, Brazil for instance. I have that the financial records do not represent the relation debit and credit by failure on budget but criminal association. Fact proven. Then we will check that this kind of thing allow you to divert money from the Brazil or the nation or the bloc, transferring around having pool or systems of attraction by multi-level association and interaction. Criminal purpose since the root cause is illegal, it's criminal organization in global scale. We have the box as alpha considering the driver, we have the segment A, and we have the intervals or intersections A, B, and C. Can be the public budget Brazil, the event we have, for instance, FIFA, and the sports player or sports entities on it. In the same way, can be the public budget Brazil, can be the show business activity or entertainment event, the artists on it locally or internationally applied as commitment of crime or perpetrators of crime. It's also criminal association. This kind of thing in general go and carry other types of criminal activities, and sooner or later in the way we have nowadays we are observing that goes to paramilitary activity considering the parallel use of communication and IoT and instruments of defense and all things, because the criminal group will misguide everything and use everything for criminal purpose. Will set a system as itself but parallel, can be reported, can have transparency, can do the accountability or present reasons by law. By this need the fake record, as proved on budget, as physiological element of all things. We segmented this, we kind of are provoking a stroke at this system and choke it one more time. And one more time because we are expecting the presence and the dismantle order that can be made by me, by the audit or by the risk report, but by a judge or a judicial power with autonomy, independence and dignity to present the power as a state or recognized, confirmed, and accepted power to do the required responsiveness against this. I will observe that I have my security forum, Brazil and USA. I have also the Council of Security at the United Nations, for instance. And I have also the NATO. I will observe that I have a small, a medium, and a large circle of security. Now I will kind of have the small, the medium, and the large fields of security. Considering the possibility as to have the tolerance with the instability inside as something that indeed we can deny, indeed they have. Now we will try to understand if the motivation is okay or not okay. Is the instability tolerated at the Security Forum Brazil and USA something real? Yes. At the Council of Security as United Nations, probably. But let's suppose yes. And at the NATO, let's suppose yes. If everybody is okay, they are kind of collinear at the purpose be tolerant, have tolerance with the internal fail and instability. Is this, and then I have to get only one, because they are concurrent. In some way, they are associated by the same institutional behavior with different type of expression, considering the range of activity and effectiveness of this decision or silence. By this, the charge will be made against this, considering the range of effectiveness resulting in something dangerous or threatening, for instance, my basic rights and guarantee as individual in my private living by acts that has no excuse to be made. So, is the instability confirmed as something legal or illegal? Considering the fake records and the blind, is illegal. Is illegal. Is illegal, right? Because the NATO has interest at the Council of Security and United Nations and also at the Security Forum in Brazil. And the Council of Security of the United Nations has the interest in Brazil and has the institutional dialogue on it. We will observe now that Brazil has a problem on the Council of Security of United Nations and the NATO. If you are doing the complaint as Portugal, probably will have more autonomy to do the intervention on the Council of Security United Nations, considering the UNODC and the International Criminal Court, to ask information about the distortions in Brazil that was observed also at the Security Council of Security at the United Nations and also some way affecting the NATO. I could observe that the distortion is generally locally made and can be a local action or an international action as wrongdoing. I trace it Brazil and USA. So I can get them all from Security Forum Brazil and USA by intervention of NATO at the Council of Security at the United Nations and also at the Security Forum Brazil USA to mention it, the distortions we have. If you have a conjuncture, closed environment that is doing the storage of illicit money transferred all around the globe, and your core business is hiding the illicit origin as diverted money, and do the insertion or the replacement by activities transferring illicit investment affecting companies all around the planet, and the activity the balance of the market. And in the middle of the night from 29 to day 30, you report as having a report that you have a problem, and the problem is kind of related with this. Indeed, we must get that the risk report of this closed environment is that the data switched or modified is not covered anymore. And by this is talking about the laundry scamming global scale. And then we will probably have the homeostasis of the system as the balance need and required stability by this kind of intervention. Have a nice weekend, and we are supposed to take a break. February we will come back. Have a great day.